decisions that are made by the courts are always in the best interests of the children. But I found another scenario where I can see maybe that might not be a priority, and that is if two parents disagree on the back to school issue, and one of the parents has quite a compromised immune system, well, now it's the risk of the adult for the children to go back to school. How will that factor into any kind of decision making in a disagreement like this?
When you're talking about the best interest of the child, right, which is always the thing you look to, the northern star of custody is the best interest of the child. Especially the primary caretaker has some sort of vulnerability that is going to maybe make them not able to spend time with the kid, that's a huge issue that a judge would have to take into account.
Is there anything sort of on the horizon, because we're still, even 5 months in, we're still fairly new to this and all of the dominoes are falling in unusual places. Is there anything on the horizon that we haven't really foreseen yet, but you know it's coming?
There are going to be a lot of questions where people say, look, I don't want to live here anymore. Right? They live in a big city and they say, I don't feel safe here anymore. I want to pick up and I want to go. And I think that that's going to be a big part of what goes on, even months, maybe even years from now, where people say, look, I stuck it out during the worst of it, but now I'm kind of ready to be done.
Let's cross our fingers this thing is over soon. Reed, thank you. Really smart stuff.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Then I think I got it right. It's more complicated than the holidays. Usually for custody, right, it's always the holidays are the big battle. This is now an ongoing battle, and it could really get bad, especially we've seen the way people have acted with strangers when it comes to wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. Could you imagine if one spouse is like a mask person and the ex is a anti-mask person? This thing could just blow up.
Yeah, there are so many areas that can go south for, former couples that already have an acrimonious relationship. And then let's throw one more piece into this mix, Vinny, and that is unemployment and all of those benefits that are running out. What if a parent can't meet financial obligations that had heretofore been arranged or had been ordered by a court or in an agreement or a settlement? You can't just stop paying. That's one thing you need to know. You can't just stop paying because something went south in your life. You do actually need to either come to an agreement again with your former spouse, or you need to go to the courts and seek relief there. That's your only option, really. Settle it between you or go to the courts. Now, that latter option's not great because the courts are dealing with a huge backlog right now. And courts are also under the pressure from COVID. They're not convening. So it's best that you follow my advice, and that is try to work it out. And I say again, I'm so fortunate that I have a very good working relationship with my children's dad, and we do have family discussions, including both of our new partners. We have these dinner table conversations that include all four of us. And it's always the best thing to do, not just for those children, but definitely the best for them. It's best for you too.
Absolutely. All right. A while back, we were talking about this subject in terms of Heidi Klum and Seal. They were having this issue. Have they resolved it? Have they figured out what to do here with these beautiful kids?
Yeah, I remember at the end of August, Heidi Klum had filed an emergency motion with the court because Seal had said, wait, not so fast. I know you shoot your very popular show in Germany, Germany's Next Top Model, because you can't shoot it in LA. But you know what? You can't take the kids there. You can't take our 4 kids overseas. I don't know how hard it is to get them back if something goes south. I don't know about the COVID issue. He had issues. He didn't like the idea of that, and she didn't like the idea of him saying that the kids couldn't go. They have come to an agreement, thank God, for the kids, and it's kind of what you think. It's the no-brainer approach, right? Everybody give in a little. So she is going to be able to take the children to Germany while she shoots the modeling show. And he's going to have expanded time with them before they leave, and then he's going to have expanded time with them when they come home. So I'm just crossing my fingers that all works out. But usually when you come to those agreements, you put them in writing too. And, it's not good to break something you put in writing that the court stamp approval of.
Absolutely. Ashley, thank you so much. And don't forget, folks, Sunday night.